predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Huntley to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. To throw, Huntley. High throw, but the catch is made. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Huntley. Body. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Sims. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Noah Gray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 30-yard line.
2nd down at 5. Now Foster running left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Huntley. That's complete to Lazard. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Pushes him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Travarius Ward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sims. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Sims. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down now, it's Sims. About 3 yards there to the 27. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw. Huntley. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And all the way home for a Broncos score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They currently sit 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On second down, it's Sims. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Check flag 27, check flag 27. Blue day, blue day.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw on 3rd down. Huntley. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Powers through him, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Huntley steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Check. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Check me out.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in this second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Real teamwork play, because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A first down carry for Foster. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Looking to throw. Huntley. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action. Now Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Sims. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Switch. Mike 22. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's caught by OBJ. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a second down and 6.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Get in the way. Mike 51.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. A give left side, Foster. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I had an opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Huntley.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will open the lead up now.
I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes.
Pass complete. This is Sims.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mahomes.
A dump off to Sims. That catch good for only a couple. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Mahomes. He gets it to Sims, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Mahomes. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Mahomes to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. Mahomes will throw. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They come up on a first and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Here's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Denver, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.